All right, let's get right into it. Everyone talks about becoming a millionaire, but what if you had an actual roadmap to get there starting at age 13? Well, that's exactly what we're breaking down. A real, step-by-step plan based on someone who actually pulled it off.
And this is the guy who did it, Mark Tilbury. But listen to what he's saying here. He's not just bragging, he's telling you there's an opportunity. He's basically saying, I made it, but you can do it even faster. And this plan is how.
So here's the absolute biggest secret. Your greatest advantage isn't having a ton of cash or being a finance whiz. Nope, it's time. That's your superpower, and you have more of it than pretty much anyone else on the planet. Let's see how to use it.
Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. First up, we're laying the foundation during those early teen years.
When you're 13, the mission is so simple. Get your money into the market and just let it sit. I love this snowball analogy. You start with a tiny little snowball, but you give it enough time and a long enough hill to roll down, and that thing becomes an unstoppable avalanche. That's your money.
You're probably thinking, okay, but I'm not 18. How do I even do this? Here's the answer, a custodial account. Basically, it's an investment account that a parent or guardian opens for you. This is the key that unlocks the whole investing world before you're legally an adult.
And depending on where you are, these accounts have different names. If you're in the UK, it's a junior ISA, and the growth is tax-free, which is awesome. In the US, you've got UGMA or UTMA accounts. The names are different, but the goal is exactly the same. Get one open.
So, you've got an account. Now what do you actually buy? Well, the easiest and most recommended starting point is an S&P 500 index fund. Seriously, don't stress about picking the next big company. With this, you just buy a tiny slice of 500 of the biggest companies in the US. It's simple, it's diversified, it's perfect.
And what kind of growth are we talking about? Well, get this. Over the last 10 years, the S&P 500 has had an average return of 12.58% a year. Now, of course, past results don't guarantee future returns, but it gives you an idea of the incredible power you're tapping into.
Okay, moving on to age 14. Your superpower now is freedom. You probably don't have a mortgage or car payments, right? So this is your time to explore. Try anything and everything. The goal isn't just to make a few bucks, it's to figure out what you're good at and build habits like discipline that will pay off for the rest of your life.
By age 15, it's all about a massive mindset shift. See, most people save money just to spend it on something like a new game. But we're talking about stashing cash. You're not saving for a temporary toy, you're building a war chest, a financial launchpad for your future. It's a total switch from a spending mindset to a building mindset.
All right, time to gear up. The next phase, ages 16 and 17, is where we go from just exploring to actually building some serious skills. At 16, your mission is something called skill stacking. You take those talents you discovered and start getting serious. You use some of that cash you stash to invest in yourself. Buy a better camera, a faster computer, whatever you need. The goal? To be so good at something by age 18 that people are ready to pay you for it.
This quote might sound a little intense, but it's the perfect mindset for age 17. Your big goal this year, get your driver's license. Why? Because it's a tool of professionalism. It means you can get to jobs, meet with clients, and just be reliable. It unlocks so many opportunities.
And now for the main event, age 18. This is where you grab the controls and build your own financial launchpad.
The second you turn 18, the game totally changes. Here's your 7-step checklist for success. We're going to really dive into setting up bank accounts, getting a credit card, thinking about college, and understanding debt. But they're all crucial, like opening a special retirement account, firing up a side hustle with those skills you've built, and making long-term investing a habit. So let's jump in.
First things first, get your bank account set up right. You need two, a regular current or checking account for your everyday stuff, and a separate high-interest savings account for your emergency fund. Think of this like your financial shield potion. You hope you never have to use it, but you'll be so glad it's there if you do. And pro tip, keep them at different banks so you're not tempted to dip into it.
Next up, get a credit card. Now hold on, this is not a license to go on a shopping spree. A credit card is the #1 tool for building your credit score, which is basically your financial reputation. The strategy is so simple. Just use it for your normal purchases like gas or groceries, and then pay the entire balance off in full every single month, no exceptions.
Now for the big one, university. You have to ask yourself, is the return on investment actually worth it? For some careers, like being a doctor or a teacher, yeah, you absolutely need that degree.
But for a ton of others, in tech, the trades, or being an entrepreneur, going into massive debt for degree might actually hold you back, when skills and experience are what really count.
And that brings us to debt. You need to know that not all debt is bad. Good debt helps you buy things that can go up in value, like a house. Bad debt, on the other hand, is for stuff that just loses value, like financing a brand new car you can't afford. Your mission is to avoid bad debt like the plague.
Okay, we've covered all the steps. Now for the secret sauce that makes the entire plan work. Let's call it the final boss, the incredible, mind-blowing power of compounding.
Just look at this chart. It tells the whole story. If you start investing just $250 a month at age 18, you could end up with $1.5 million by retirement. But if you wait just 10 years and start at 28, look at that. Your final amount gets cut by more than half.
Let's just put that in perspective. The difference is over $800,000. That is the price you pay for waiting 1 decade. It is absolutely staggering, and it proves why starting early is everything.
And this is the magic engine behind those numbers, compound interest. It's that snowball effect we talked about. It's not just your money making money. It's the money your money already made starting to make its own money. The growth just starts to explode over time.
So if you're watching this right now, you are standing at the very beginning of that huge first bar on the chart. You have a 10-year head start, maybe even a 20 or 30-year head start on most people. The roadmap is right in front of you. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with it?